I focus on living a location-independent lifestyle. I am currently in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, I believe. San Miguel, Mexico. That is where I am currently, and I'm in a beautiful Airbnb location, and I am just going to talk about some of the different visa options you need to understand when you are preparing your move abroad. Now, if you did not know, I have recently launched the Move Abroad Starter Kit, which I will post. Hey, how you doing? I recently launched the Move Abroad Starter Kit, which will be posted somewhere, but it is mokumazelle.com/starter kit. You can grab that to help you start preparing for your move abroad journey. And also, you can schedule some one-on-one help if you need assistance, more direct assistance. All right. So here's what you can get. Well, here's what you will get in the Move Abroad Starter Kit. You will go through the process of helping you determine what your needs are when moving abroad, because that's very important. You want to make sure you're understanding, what that country has to offer you, what it is that you're missing currently, what it is that you're searching for. Understanding that will help make your experience much better. You will understand the different visa options, like I'm going to talk about in this video. You're going to set yourself up for success. You want to make sure you have a good leg to stand on when you are making such a big change and transition in your life, and you want to get your house in order. So make sure you grab the Move Abroad Starter Kit to help you with that process. Now, moving to a new country. A lot of people are under the impression that you could just go there, you just live there forever, and all that stuff. In a perfect world, that will be the case, but that just really is not. And hopefully, this helicopter ain't too loud. That typically is not the case. You need to understand the laws and the rules and the regulations and all that stuff before you go take up residency in a new country. All right, so you will get this information in my Move Abroad Starter Kit, but I'm going to try to talk about it a little bit right now while I'm live and in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. All right, so typically when it comes to a visa, you have traditionally, there have been about 4 options, more so recently 5. And we're going to start with the first one. So the first visa you will get is a tourist visa, which typically, in most cases, you do not have to do anything for. Sometimes you have to, in some countries, you have to apply for a visa to visit that country. But you would either do like a little application, or you go there and your visa is granted on arrival. Now, a tourist visa is just you're visiting there. That's it. You're not taking up any residency. You're not earning any money. Doing anything that you do not have authorization to do in that country. You're just visiting, and you use this to get familiar with the place. And this typically lasts between 3 to 6 months. Some places have more longer extended options, but on average, tourist visas last between 3 to 6 months. So you want to make sure when you go somewhere you're not overstaying the duration of that tourist visa. So, if you do decide to move there, you're not, crossing any lines or boundaries with that country. All right. And one of the next options that you would have is the student visa. So a lot of studying abroad, people who want to take up, who want to study in other countries, want to get an education in other places, would typically go through a student visa. And you have to apply for this, and you need to be accepted to the educational institution you are interested in before applying for a student visa. So make sure you are, again, researching what the options are. Some applications are more extensive than others. You have to have, I'm pretty sure, hey, hello, Don, how you doing? You have to have different paperwork and all this stuff available when you're applying. So that is typically one of the other options when you are taking a residency in a new country. A student visa is one of the options you can acquire. Okay, now the next visa option that you have is the one that I'm currently on in Jamaica. I've been in Jamaica since 2020. I am currently on a business or work permit visa, is what you would call it. So basically, this grants you the legal opportunity to earn income and register a business in a new country. So most of you follow me know I went through an extensive process, but um, this is the option that I had to go through. I don't have residency. Well, I'm not, of Jamaican nationality. I don't have Jamaican background, heritage, not married to nobody of Jamaican descent. So this is the option that I went through. It's one that I qualified for, and I felt that would be doable for me. This is the option that I went through to get registered. Now, with some countries, you can, register a business. You don't necessarily have to be a resident of that country. But to obtain a work permit to earn income and also be establishing your residency in the process. So if you want to, be there long term, you want to have like a track record. So, I've, done and conducted business here. I want to, continue, and you need to have something established so you can have a track record showing what you are intending to do, and you've actually been here in the country doing what you said you were going to do and not just philandering around everywhere. So that is another option. It's the one that I'm currently on. Again, be prepared to do extensive research, and I also help with the process. If you are interested in Jamaica, you want to come do what I did, I help with that process. You can get in touch with me and we can figure it out. The next option, which is more known and more popular, is the naturalization or the marriage visa option. So, if you have been legally married to a person of that country, or you've been in the country for a specified amount of time to acquire a spouse, okay, then you would go through the marriage visa or the naturalization process. Now, I do not recommend this option if you do not know who, you have not had a fully developed a relationship with said person. You don't really know, who it is you're involving yourself to or tying yourself to legally in that matter. I know it's a thing, but there's also plenty of horror stories about it. But it's an option if you are legitimately do what you want to do. But if you want, something that it's an option. If it's a legitimate option, if it's done in the right way. I would hope that most people are doing that. But some people get beside themselves and just latch in, get married, and all that stuff, and it doesn't prove worthwhile in the end. So that's the option, and if it's more feasible for you to do it that way, I know sometimes some people just gotta do what they gotta do. But if you have other options available to you, please do those first, and give yourself time to formulate that as a last resort, not as a last resort, but you give yourself time to have a relationship that would be beneficial in all ways, not just obtaining a visa, I guess, if that makes sense. Okay, so now, as of recently, with the pandemic and all the other stuff happened, the newest form of visa has become the digital Nomad visa. This is not available in it's not available in all countries, but you will find it in a lot of places now. You can go there for extended amount of time. You will likely have to pay some money to obtain these visas. You will likely have to pay for all these visas, but that's one of the things to consider. Some countries you have to make a certain amount of money to be granted that visa. So it's not something that they just kind of hand out, but you do still have to demonstrate how you're going to support yourself financially in that location. This is something that me and my team are working on for Jamaica, hopefully, to get this enacted and get a digital nomad visa going. So cross your fingers and hope for that in the near future that we get this going to make it possible to people to come and live, give resources and all this stuff to the Jamaican economy. All right, so those are some options, okay, for you if you are wanting to take up residency in a new country via tourist visa, student visa, business or work permit visa, marriage visa, or the digital nomad visa. Now, the digital nomad visa typically is for a year. I don't know if sometimes they may go beyond that, but that's something that you will probably periodically have to renew, like with the rest of them. But it's not just you go there, forever. They kind of have like stipulations on the amount of time it is, but it does give you an extended stay without like getting any trouble with the country or violating their laws and policies or whatever. Now, I have mentioned before that I tried to give some things not to do. I'm gonna go over some of them again, but try not to overstay. Especially if you're on a tourist visa and you don't have any type of residency options, don't overstay your visa. It can cause problems. Again, if you are, I don't know, so it could be a fine. They could possibly ban you from the country for a period amount of time, or they can deport you or send you back. Just try and have yourself set up legitimately so you don't run into those issues. Because it's in an event you want to take up, actually be there long term, you can do yourself the disservice of them not letting you come back, or you having to pay a large sum of money. So don't overstay. Figure out how long that visa is, and while you're doing that, figure out what other options you have to stay there long term. If you are on a student visa, don't overstay your visa after your program is complete. So it's for most of the time, a student visa is for the duration of the program that you're in. So make sure you're following that and you're keeping track of that. And then in the event you want to be there, you could take, advantage of one of the other options. Maybe there are other ways you can become a long-term resident of the country. You just have to do a little bit more research and figure out what that is. I do not advise that you apply for a work permit or a business permit without understanding the wages or the economics of that country. You would need to do, okay, some people may come to Jamaica and say, oh, I want to open up a nail salon and stuff like that. And if you're not familiar with, what's the typical going rates for nail shops and people beautification processes or whatever that is in there, and you used to acquiring a certain amount, it may not be worth it for you to go through that process, especially if you are trying to, sustain a legitimate income that will allow you to be comfortable with what you're used to. You need to research those things. A lot of times the economy isn't, the wages aren't the same, the pay isn't the same, the currency exchange, all that stuff. You need to have a deeper understanding of what that looks like before setting up a business. You need to make sure you have a business that will sustain you and contribute positively to where you're going. Do not get married internationally, or don't go through the marriage or immigration, the marriage process without understanding the marriage and divorce laws of said country. Okay? Again, if you go this option, make sure you have a deep understanding of what this looks like, any financial obligations. Make sure you understand what you're getting yourself into if you go that route. Okay, I know a lot of times when people migrate somebody to the U.S., they are financially responsible for that person. It may be harder to get a divorce if you decide you made the wrong decision with somebody in another country. They may not do divorces or grant them, or so you will need to make sure that what you're doing is worth it if you go that route. And I think I had a comment from, what are they at? I had a comment from somebody. I lost you, wherever you are. Chat viewing options. Oh, okay, yes. So the live chat is here. All right, so that's right. Getting a job in the country. Oh, this is Miss Stephanie Perry, the one that made all of this possible. Thank you for watching. Getting a job in a country with a lower cost of living ain't it. Okay, so no, you don't want to do that. That just makes no sense. You know, most people, you have to be mindful of the country that you're going to and quote unquote getting a job. You don't want to go to somewhere where jobs are more scarce or the pay isn't the same, talking about you finna, you know, obtain a job. And also you have to think about, if you are going to a country, let's take Jamaica for instance. If you come into Jamaica trying to work a job, you are likely going to have to get a work permit unless you get one of them under the table somethings. And the likelihood of an employer paying you to get a work permit where they can just hire somebody locally and pay those unfortunate pay, it's not gonna make sense to them where they can just get somebody to hire and do the same. You know, so it's just think about those things before doing that. And yes, and do not, last one, do not apply for a digital nomad visa without researching the income requirements for that country. So like I said, some places have digital nomad visas available. Does that mean you can go and obtain a visa? It depends. Some of them have income requirements. You need to have specific things. Make sure you research that if needed. And that's the bulk of it for the visa options that you need to understand when moving to another country. So Dawn says, I need help finding a job online. I'm signed up with FlexJobs, etc. So I've done a previous video about professional online certifications you can get that are location and Nomad, digital nomad friendly. You can try those options. You can get with somebody to help you tailor your resume that will make it more appealing to online employers. See if you have any skill sets that you can transfer. That's going to take, you know, some time and some investment, some financial investment probably, if you need help, because that's work. All right, so you're gonna have to invest some time or get somebody to help you with that. I did a video, it's called five digital nomad friendly courses. So go through my videos, it'll be there somewhere, or I'll try and link it. And I also did like a review of the courses that I took. I got 4 professional certifications. And I have online employment, but again, I'm trying to secure myself and just be more informed of ways I can, again, continue to have online income to support myself while living abroad. And I think that's it. Make sure you grab the Move Abroad Starter Kit. A lot of this information is in there. A lot of resources is in there. It's a starter kit for those looking help or needing guidance on the beginner steps and moving to a new country. So thank y'all so much for watching. Oh, make sure y'all go on my Instagram. I did like 3, 4, 5 photo shoots since I've been out here. So whee! Instagram, the IG is popping currently, but yes, I took some really beautiful rustic Mexican photos. Make sure you go look and get on my Instagram. Check them out. Let me know, you know, what you think, and tag Vogue and all them places and tell them it's my time to shine. They need to feature me in their magazines. All right, make sure y'all do that, please. All right, that's it. Again, don't forget to shop. Go to Shop Mocha. You can support me there, and I'll be launching other things in the near future, so make sure y'all stay in tune. That is it. I hope you have a beautiful evening. Where can we find a link to your Move Abroad Starter Kit? It will be in the bio, and it is also mochamazel.com/starter kit. Okay, MochaMoizelle.com/starter kit. This is what it looks like. All right, you see all these beautiful black women on there getting free and thriving abroad. You will see them there when you sign up on the email list to receive it. And yeah, I will see y'all later. Have a good night. I'm going to enjoy my last few hours here in Mexico before I head back to Jamaica. All right, I'm so happy to be going back. I've been gone for like over a month now. Absurd, unheard of. All right, but I had to do what I had to do. And yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for watching. See you later. Bye.